Hello friends, welcome back to Geeky Sanjay. Today we are doing another important JavaScript DSA question that crucial for interview. If you haven't watched my previous video on finding palindromes, I suggest you take a look. I have included the link in the video description below. Let's get started. So as you can see, today we are starting with this maximum occurring characters. Okay. So given a string str, the task is to find the character that occur the most frequently in the string. So here you can see we have one str. In the str, we have 2a and 3j. So based on the question, we have to get it out this 3 and j. So it will print like max count equals to 3 and character equals to j. Okay. So how we will get it out using the JavaScript? We'll see. Okay. So as you can see, I already defined these three variables. First is the max count equals to 0. Max count character. Okay. That is simple empty string. And the third is length equals to str.length. So here we are saving the length. What is the length? Length means, as you can see, string 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have a 9 character here. So the length is 9. Okay. So let's start it. First we will use the uh, brute force approach. What is the brute force? Brute force means there we have a optimal solution. We do not have the optimized solution. There we have a like a solution which is not optimized. Okay. So first we will do the same thing using the two for loops, which is the complexity equals to n square. Okay. And what is the complexity? We will look in another video. Okay. Current just for now you just see whenever we have to measure the optimization of the any solution in the computer science. So we will just measure using the complexity. Okay. So first solution we will do the brute force using the n square complexity, and then we will write it down the optimized solution for that. Okay. So first we will write for, I will write it down quickly and then I will explain you how we are doing this. As you can see, I have written here for loop quickly. So for loop I started using the 0, okay, and I less than length I plus plus, okay. So if why I have written 0, why I am not written here 1, because whenever I will get the character from here, it is just on the 0th position. 0th means indexing, okay. So it is like a iterator. So we can get like array. There is a two way to get the character from the string. Either we can use the char, either we just simply use the array and we can get it using the index. So that's why we are using it here 0 and we are keeping it less than equals to, we are not writing here. Okay. So I will write one more character here. It const, because we do not have to change the this value. That's why I'm just keeping it count. Otherwise, if you can see, I have keep these three variables in the length. This also we can write it down the const, because this is also not changed complete program. So I'm just keeping const here and I'm just I care equals to and str, then big bracket, and then I'm keeping I here. So what it will do, every time whenever this loop will run, it will get one character and it will assign to here. So we are using the brute force approach. So what we will do, first loop we will run till the length of this, and every length whenever s will like this will execute, that time we again write one more loop and it will check in complete string, is this a is available and what is the count. If count is more than 1 or 2 or 3, we will just count it out and increase it inside of another loop. So I will write one more loop here. As you can see, I have written the for loop here again inside of the for loop. This is the nested for loop. Here let j equals to I. We are not keeping it to 0 because whenever the first loop is run to till here, so we will start it and just checking in this one, not from here. That's why I'm keeping it I. So whenever it increase the value, it will reduce from the left side and it will go till end of the length. Okay, so first time whenever it will check like I. Okay, so as you can see I is a s, then here also we have a 0, then it will run, it will check s, how many s there inside of this string. So first it will check, so write it down here, we will define one more, let j count. Okay, either we can keep j count, either we can keep duplicate count, duplicate count. Okay, either we can keep it like this, duplicate count, like this. Okay, this is the duplicate count, we are keeping it here, and we are just assigning it to 0. So every time this loop will run, then it will assign to 0, and whenever this loop will run, we will every time increase the count if we will found the match. So we will write here, if I here this one, okay, equals str j, then what we will do, we will increase the count of this duplicate count, plus plus. Okay, and we will write one more condition here, if duplicate count greater than max count. Okay, so what we will do, we will assign the duplicate count in the max count. Okay, and we will do here one more thing, max count character equals to whatever we have a I character, that we will assign to it here. Okay, so every time this loop will completely work, so we will try run like this. First the s will come. Okay, so s I care equals to s, then it will check again from the 0, so it will check s, so s equals to s, then it is count is equal to 1. Okay, and then it will run again, and it will check here, we do not have any s, so it will completely run, then it will check here, duplicate count greater than max. Yes, duplicate count, what is the max character, max count is 0 and duplicate count is right now 1, because it is inside of this loop. Okay, so it will assign it, and it will assign this I character to it like s. So here we have two value, now max count equals to 1 and max count character equals to s. Now next time whenever this loop run, so now here we have a 1. Okay, and this will assign to 1, so it will start from here. Okay, and the I character is a, and whenever we check here strj, so I character equals to j, strj means str1, duplicate count plus plus means duplicate count equals to 1. Okay, then again loop will run, here we have a 2, then it will check this one a, now again it is matching with I character, then duplicate count 2. Now again it will run loop n j j a y, so there is no duplicate count, yeah, here j, and then we again get a. Okay, so as you can see we have one more a, so it will check here and it will increase the count 3. Now we will come here, duplicate count 3 greater than max count equals to 1. Okay, so what it will do, it will assign duplicate count to max count and character to I character. So now the new I character is equals to, we have a because it is 3 times, and we are keeping it greater than. Okay, that's why if j also 3 times, so it will print only a, not j. Okay, because we are just keeping greater than, so whatever is first greater than is there, that will print, else other it will not print. Okay, so like we already written here the condition, now we will check the solution. I just remove this console, I already written here. As you can see the console.log max count, this is the character max count, we have a variable max count character and max count character, this is the variable, this one. Okay, so we can write a console like this. As you can see I have written here 4 values, so by comma separated you can write multiple values and it will print. Okay, so we will check here by running this. Yes, as you can see here max count 3, max count character a. So a is the max count. If I make it to greater than equals to, then it will show to the j. So it depend on the condition. So now we got first solution using the brute force approach, and we use here two for loops, one this and one this. So this for loop will run n times and this for loop will run n times. So in the burst case, the time complexity of this is the n square. Okay. Now I will give you the optimized solution for this. As I told you, we can write multiple versions and multiple solutions. Okay. So I just writing this simple. If you want, you can use for of or for in loop and you can solve this easily. So as you can see, we completed this using the brute force approach. Now we will use the optimized approach and we will try to complete this in the big of a complexity. Okay, so how we can do it? For this, we will use the map. Okay, normally you are using the map to iterate the value, but we have a data structure map which we can use here. Whenever we have to store the key value pair, okay, inside of the array, like that we use the map. So what is our approach for this? To remove one for loop, what we will do? First, we will count all the characters and store in the map. So first we will just iterate every character from the str, okay, and whenever we iterate we will just check in the map if that key is present or character is present, then we increase the count inside of the character, and if it is not present then we will assign to it 1. So let's start. So we already did first solution using the for loop. Now I just want to introduce one more loop here, that is for of, which is very easy and recommended way to do it. Okay, because in the for loop we have a problem. We can write like here in the increment, either we can write just here you can see. Okay, so we can write a wrong condition here, so it might differ the results. So it is good if you use the for loop. This is the more abstraction version of this. Okay, so I will write for, and I will write it down here const, and this is the of character of str. So what it will do, it will do the same run. Okay, so every time it will iterate and it will assign the value inside of this character. That character we will check in the map. So whenever we are using the map, we will write it down here first, const map equals to new map. Okay, so we are using the new, so we have a class map. So what we are doing, we are creating a instance of this map. So using the keyword new, we are creating an instance of this map. So what it will do, it will copy all the properties and method of the map and assign to this map, and this is the unique from this. Okay, so I will check here if map dot has a method which will provided by the map. Okay, so it will tell us the value is there or not, that we can check using the has. So I will write it down character. So if the value is present, then simply what I can do, I can use the setting the character count inside of the map. So what I can do here, map dot set, this is the method we can use to set the count inside of this. It will take two parameters, one is the key and second is the value. So I will write it down the key is the character. I am keeping the character like S A here, and the second I will give it to the value. Okay, so I will check if this is present, then we will get the value from the map. So there is a one method, map dot get. This is the method where we can pass the key. So what is the key? Key is this care. Care means character. Okay, if it is there, then it will get it out the count, and we will add one more count there, like this. So this is one. Else we can write it down here, same map dot set as a key comma 1, because this is inserting first time. If it is not present, so we are inserting it here. Okay, so this is the if else condition we are using here. So now we will check after this. console dot log map. Okay, and I will run this. So here we have a problem. Now I have to use the care, not the key. So I just kept it like that, and we will run it here. Yes, as you can see, we have a S1, A equals to 3, N equals to 1, and J equals to 3 in our string. So what we successfully save the count. But as you can see, this code is too much lengthy using the if else. So we have another optimized code which we can write it down in a single line. So now I just keep it like this. So later on, if you have any problem, you can check this code. Okay. So I will write the little less code to here, and in one liner we are trying to finish it off. Map dot set. Okay, and here we will write it down the character as a key, and then we will write it down here simple bracket. Inside of the bracket we are using the R, and we will check if map dot get character अगर ये प्रेजेंट है, अगर ये प्रेजेंट है, ठीक है, तो what we have to do, we have to do the plus 1 inside of this. If this is not present, then what we can do, we can write it down here R character either 1. It will return me undefined. So here we have 1. Okay, so we are keeping the count 0. Okay, because we are making it plus 1. Okay, so if we are getting the value like we have already 1 count of s, and we find it out, and again we are finding it out, so just we are making it plus 1. So now s equals to 2, and if we are inserting s first time, so here we have a 0 plus 1, so we can write it like this. Okay, so this is a single liner code, and we will run again. So as you can see, it is working the same. So this is the very optimized solution for this. Okay, now we have to show the maximum character and maximum count. So we have to again write one more for loop here, which will check the condition max count, and based on the max count it will return the result to us. Okay, so here I just write it down again for const. Okay, now so I'm just doing again using the off. So whenever I am doing here, you can see some new, like here values of map, and here. So as you can see, I have written here key and value, because I told you we are storing in the map key and value. So what I am doing here, I am destructuring it. I can write like this item, and then item dot key and item dot value I can use. So I am using the destructuring the character whatever is coming here. So simply I am using here const and key and value. I can write like this also item, and I can check here item dot key whatever is there. Okay, so I'm not doing that, and simply I'm just writing down here. So I'm destructuring whatever inside of that map. As you can see, we have a key value. So first this key is s, and second value is a. Same here a and 3. So it will come like this, and I will check one condition, just write it down here. If value greater than max count. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to simply the same value I will use here, whatever we have written here. As you can see, we have that value, this one max count. If this one same condition, we can write it down here. Okay, so here we are just keeping the key instead of that, and I'm just assigning it here key. Okay, so we are checking key, not key, we are keeping So we copy here and we simply here like value and value. Okay. So every time whenever the value will come, based on the value we will check it is max count, a value greater than max count. If it is not, then we will assign the value to here, and max character, whatever character we are copying, like this key, instead of the I character, we change it. Now we check here console and we will run it. Hopefully it will work. Yes, as you can see here, max count 3 and max count character is A. Okay, we will check it here also, 1, 2 and 3. So this is it for today's video. If you learn something from this video, make sure you hit a like button and press the subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram, link is in the description. Thank you.